Antonio Brown, as of about 20 minutes ago exactly, he released a statement. And we're going to show it to you if you're watching, and I'm going to read it aloud right now. This is from Antonio Brown. This is not an April Fool's joke. This is not an article in The Onion. This is an actual tweet. This is not a spec script of another season of Eastbound and Down, and this is a Kenny Powers monologue on the show. Because when I read it, that's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like something Danny McBride would have written for his character on Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers. Quote from Antonio Brown: "My biggest regret in my career doesn't involve calling my GM a cracker or showing up to Raiders camp late in a hot air balloon with frozen feet or throwing rocks at that UPS driver. And it definitely doesn't involve taking my shirt off and doing a victory lap around the Jet Stadium mid-game while throwing up deuces." This is poetic. "My biggest regret is that I'll never get to see me, Antonio Brown, play a game live. Sure, I can watch the game afterwards, but I can't imagine what that was like for you all to see something like that. Like watching the Beatles or Jesus perform at Red Rocks." Antonio Brown on his biggest regret.
Jesus perform.
Yes.
Jesus put on a lot of great shows.
You know, perform miracles. Like Jesus on stage at Red Rock. Hey, let's get Lazarus.
Let's get some water.
Somebody get Lazarus up here right now. We're about to do something real special for you tonight.
Later on, I'll be serving some wine. I mean, get some water up here.
Yeah, where's the blind guy at? Come on, get him up here. Let's get some mud going.
This guy is such an idiot.
This is remarkable from Antonio Brown.
I regret that I can't watch myself.
See, now it's crossed over to where I don't want him to hurt himself or someone else. But if he just keeps saying things like this, and I legitimately believe that he believes it, which I do, it's crossed into entertainment territory now. I'm actually liking statements like this.
Well, it's important that you...
Remember when he took the jersey off, everybody was like, man, we're really worried about Antonio Brown. This is really bad. What would he cross over into?
It's important you characterized it with that preface, with important he doesn't hurt himself or somebody else.
Yes.
He's a lunatic.
But we could preface that like we do injuries, right, in sports. Right. As long as they stay healthy, as long as they don't hurt themselves or someone else, then this is okay.
But look, here's what this is. Antonio Brown hasn't been in the headlines any time soon. Everybody's forgotten, anytime lately. Everybody's forgotten about him. And so he sat down and thought, people aren't talking about me. I'm going to get them talking about me. And so he set about writing this tweet. It's a well-crafted tweet. I could see him spending, that's the kind of tweet that you hit the X on and save as a draft. Not the X on gas station, the X on the tweet. And you save it in your drafts and you come back to it, polish it. I respect that it's a well-written tweet. I could see him actually spending some time or getting some help on that tweet. What he needs to get some help on isn't the tweet.
Well, the startup's great when he rolls through his greatest hits.
Yeah.
Of blunders.
Like, do you think he had to Google, like, Antonio Brown's biggest mess-ups?
It's like, the Bruce Pearl timeline of the barbecue on ESPN
you can't
back in the day.
remember all that off the top of your head.